It's 3 weeks into the busiest season ever on Everest. 800 climbers pack the slopes, all ready to race for the summit when the next weather window opens.
Crowds equal danger. You can control an awful lot on mountains, but you cannot control what other people are going to do around you or how many people are around you.
2 weeks ago, expedition leader Russell Bryce put the first climber on the summit this season. Now he's got a new team acclimatizing their bodies to survive at the top of the world. This time, Russell's contending with royalty. Valerio Massimo is an Italian prince by title and a venture capitalist by trade. He's been dreaming of climbing Everest since childhood.
My father and grandfather took me into the mountains when I was 5. I was given 2 books on the Himalayas, and I was hooked.
Valerio is an experienced climber, but this is his first attempt on Everest.
It's almost like hallowed ground for me, so it was a serious childhood dream.
Journalist Billy Bierling is an Everest expert, but only on paper. She's never even been to base camp until now.
It's stunning. You get a fantastic view of Everest, of course, Makalu, Barunse, Choyu on the other side. It's stunning.
Billy writes about climbing and keeps records of every person who summits Everest. Her goal is to add her own name to that list.
Seeing people coming and going to and from Everest, I just thought, well, if they can do it, I can. I want to have a look what it's like to be at base camp. What is it like to be at Camp 2, at Camp 3? Yeah, that's why I'm here.
2 other Everest first-timers are Lance Fox and John Hansen, friends from Wisconsin.
See you on the second side.
High five. All right.
See ya.
Lance is a veterinarian taking 3 months away from his practice. He's climbing Everest as a tribute to his dad.
My father died when he was 36 from cancer, and I've got some ashes from his urn from home, and one of my goals is to get to the top and release those ashes.
Lance's climbing partner is John Hansen, a small business owner who loves climbing.
People ask me why I climb, and I go, the only reason I really want to get to the summit is that at that moment in time, out of all the hundreds of millions of people in this world that live here, I can say and feel to be the highest at that moment. That's what drives me.
But even base camp on Everest is higher than any peak John's ever climbed, and he's already suffering from altitude sickness.
The cough starts in your chest from breathing so hard to get enough oxygen in your system. Then the headache starts at night. You try to lay in bed and you hear the throbbing of your pulse, your heart, and all you hear is everything around you. Your head's just throbbing.
John needs to overcome his altitude sickness to have any chance of battling the summit crowds 2 miles above.
Yeah, the demons kind of hit us in different ways, don't they? Between the headaches and the nausea, the vomiting, but you get through that and you look at that and go, it's worth it.
We'll give it a good shot.
Absolutely.
Let's do it together, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All the way, baby.
All the way.
All the way.
Crowds are only half the danger for expedition leader Russell Bryce. The rumblings of the Khumbu icefall keep him up at night. Cliffs of glacial ice teeter on the verge of collapse.
That's like a game of Russian roulette because we don't really know when this ice is going to fall. It can fall at night time or in the daytime. It's incredibly dangerous.
The deadliest section on Everest has already claimed the life of one Sherpa this season. Filling the icefall with a mass of climbers is a sure way to see casualty figures rise. So to minimize that risk, Russell devises his own strategy to acclimatize his team. 5 miles southwest of Everest is Mount Lobuche at 20,000 feet. It's the same altitude as Everest Camp 1, only there's no icefall.
What we want to do as a team here is be fit and strong, acclimatized, and technically ready to go through the icefall without actually having to do the practice in the icefall. Now, in my view, if we go down to Lobochet,
We are heading to Lobochet to climb Lobochet for acclimatization in the next 2 days.
Russell's team can have Lobochet completely to themselves and avoid the crowds until they're ready to take on Everest itself.
It's quite hard climbing because it's very steep and it's very kind of hard ice.
Watch out the ice on the slabs, so a little water runoff will frozen.
You've got one.
By climbing higher on multiple treks, their bodies produce millions of extra red blood cells. The more red blood cells, the more oxygen they can absorb in the thin air at higher altitudes.
It's called a trekking peak. Let me tell you one thing, it is not a trekking peak.
Chris Dovell should know the dangers of climbing better than most. He's Russell Bryce's next-door neighbor.
That's how you do it.
My wife banned me from climbing Everest pretty well as soon as I mentioned that it was something that I would quite like to go and do. And in the end, she very kindly gave it permission to go and climb Everest. It's my 40th birthday present, but there was one condition, and that was to climb it with Russell Bryce.
Roger.
From Everest Base Camp, Russell keeps a close eye on their progress on Lobochet, 5 miles to the southeast.
There's a certain fraction in this team here that are pushy, they're running everywhere, they're wanting to be everywhere at the same time, and actually they're the ones that are getting most sick at the moment.
At the bottom of Russell's performance list is John Hansen. Altitude sickness is hindering his progress.
The pounding headache, every step you take in gaining altitude, it just throbs. And then along with that comes the nausea, and you'll just heave your guts out.
But the physical challenge of mountain climbing is only part of Hansen's problem. He'll need the right frame of mind for Russell to give him the green light to climb Everest.
John Hansen, he needs to relax, and he's totally hyper the whole time. Now he's sick, it's slowed him down.
Valerio, Billy, Lance, and Chris make the summit of Lobochet in under 4 hours.
Yeah, it was tough. Steps were quite large, fairly steep. Got out of wind a few times, but once you get over this crest and you see the summit, it's like, oh, almost there.
It was an alternative to going through the icefall to acclimatization. Gets my vote anyway.
No, it's beautiful. And it's one of the most perfect days.
We wouldn't get to see this view of Everest otherwise.
See you guys later.
Okay. Okay, Moses.
As the strong climbers make their way back down, John Hansen is still struggling up.
You know, this is tough. There's a lot of times you think about turning around, but you got to draw on some abdominal spirit here, and we'll keep going. I know I'm not with the Gran Turismo team, so I'll just take my time and get there when I get there.
Beautiful summit.
Lance is proving a much stronger climber than his friend.
I'm ready.
John Hansen hits a wall just 150 feet from the summit and stops.
I'm real happy to be acclimating at almost 20,000 feet. I'm not going to go beat myself up for another 20 minutes going up that peak. I don't have anything to prove.
5 miles from Everest, Russell Bryce's team is acclimatizing their bodies on Lobochet and avoiding the crowded slopes of Everest. But altitude sickness is taking its toll on Wisconsin native John Hansen.
Last night at supper, I got up and I fell over. My equilibrium was totally gone.
Still, the allure of Everest is hard for any climber to resist.
First part of the acclimatization climb is in. I don't think I want to do it again. I'd rather go into the icefall now. and go to Camp 1, 2, and see how far I can get there.
This is where Russell earns his $60,000 per person price tag. He allows his climbers on Everest only when he decides it's safe. And Russell's not happy with John Hansen's performance.
So, you and John came together.
Yeah.
John's not doing so well.
Right. I think psychologically he's kind of beating himself up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what we feel.
That's what I'm concerned about. I think he's stronger than what he
He's
was leading on. I don't know why he stopped at 50 meters 30 minutes to go. I didn't ask him why, and I was a bit surprised by that.
We feel he's too tense. Yeah. He's too tense.
Let's see, length is good. See, length is set for me.
Russell decides to keep John on the team for now.
If he becomes methodical, if he becomes concentrated on the mountain, he can get to the summit. But he has to overcome a lot of mental barriers.
The final test for Russell's team can only take place on Everest. He needs to see how they function at extreme altitudes before he decides who can attempt the summit. They'll traverse the Khumbu Icefall to Camp 1, then proceed to Camp 2 for 2 nights. Then Camp 3 for 1 night at 23,500 feet.
Then come back to Camp 2, spend another night, and then return back to base camp. And that's the last of our acclimatization before we actually start heading for the summit.
The safest time through the icefall is well before dawn, when the ice cliffs aren't melting.
I would like to be moving from base camp to Camp 2 directly, leaving early in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, so as we're at the top of the icefall before the sun really starts beating down. And we need to be finished by 9:30.
Apprehension were last night. Now we're here. It's excitement.
May 1st, putting our crampons on, and we're getting ready to launch out to Camp 1. Just nervous anxiety right now.
Just 1 minute, Camp 1. We want everyone to stop in Camp 1 unless we tell you differently on the trail. To get there, you're going to come out of the icefall, and you're going to start seeing tents. As soon as you start seeing tents, just cut off the trail straight to it.
Led by guide Adrian Ballinger, the early start gives the team a jump on most of the other climbers.
Looks like we got just one group ahead of us.
Yeah, Adrian.
Yeehaw!
Ladders bridge gaping crevasses.
Top of the morning. Excellent. Thumbs up.
An avalanche in the icefall already killed a Sherpa guide this season, and another could strike without warning.
Moses, Billy, Valeria, Christabel.
They've got to move as fast as they can.
Now we're actually moving. You should know what that pace is. It's right for you. Make sure you're holding it.
My intestines have been acting up today. Had to stop a few times, but I know it's a dangerous place, but you know, you look around and go, wow.
The ladders, a lot less stressful than I thought they were.
Words can't describe this. You know, we're mere humans. We have words to describe what we see every day in towns and cities. We don't have words to describe this. It's just beyond belief.
I feel like I hit a wall. I think being sick has really caught up to me, because I haven't been able to really eat. And the food hasn't tasted good. I don't eat it full, so my energy level has dropped down. It started out good, and then it just dropped off. But we'll make it.
Lance, Valerio, Chris, and Billy are making good time. They skip Camp 1 and head straight for Camp 2.
Almost there. Within sight. Oh, I can feel the altitude. It just takes me that much longer to 1 foot in front of the other.
So far, it's been well, miles.
Trying to alert for my guys not to take off so fast.
1,500 feet below, John Hansen struggles into Camp 1. He's so disoriented, he loses track of where he is.
Russ, over. This is John. Arrived in base camp.
It was quite a truck.
It was harder than I thought it was going to be. It was just harder than I thought it was going to be. I reached Camp 1 at 10:30. That's not fast enough, I feel, to keep up with the rest of the team.
John's already higher than he's ever been, higher than he reached on Lobuche, but his altitude sickness is getting worse. And he still has to train his body to survive another 1.5 vertical miles of climbing.
I haven't been eating, and it's basically, in a nutshell, that my health is a factor here, and that everybody needs to have a full steam to get up to 1, let alone 2, and then let alone 3.
The higher he climbs, the harder it gets to breathe. But overcoming extreme altitude is also a psychological challenge. Only John can make the mental commitment to keep climbing. At Camp 1, he radios expedition leader Russell Bryce.
I reached Camp 1 at 10:30. That's not fast enough, I feel, to keep up with the rest of the team. I hit the wall about 9 o'clock.
Okay, Roger.
The next morning, Lance, Valerio, Billy, and Chris leave Camp 2 for Camp 3. In front of them is the Lhotse Face, a nearly 4,000-foot wall of rock-hard glacial ice. Rising at more than 50 degrees, it's steeper and longer than any ski slope in the world. Mountaineering journalist Billy Bierling has interviewed dozens of climbers about the rigors of the Lhotse Face. Now she's facing it herself.
I do think it's the most difficult part of the mountain, and it's a wake-up call for a lot of people.
Tough on the legs, lungs, arms. It's just tough. It's Everest.
6,000 feet below, John Hansen comes to a painful decision.
John Hansen last night decided at Camp 1 that he didn't want to continue further up the mountain. He's just not acclimatizing and has decided to leave the expedition.
If I start pushing myself past the limit, I'm going to be a detriment, and I'm going to be a hazard to other climbers, also to the guides. If something happens up high that I just can't control by pushing myself beyond the limit. So I've chosen to go home to my family safely and not put other people in harm's way.
Halfway to Camp 3, Lance Fox is unaware of his friend's decision.
Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Happy to be here. Feeling pretty good today. Onward and upward.
Climbing the face takes skill and stamina. One false step could mean tumbling thousands of feet down with no way to stop. The team reaches Camp 3 at 10 a.m. and just in time. A cold front descends over the high camps. A storm with gusting winds and snow is no time to be climbing on the Lhotse Face. At 23,500 feet, Camp 3 is shut down. All they can do is wait out the storm. The next morning, the wind chill at Camp 3 drops to 33 degrees below zero.
It's a bit cold out there this morning.
The jet stream is returning. In just hours, the winds here could be blowing up to 100 miles per hour. it's the worst time to be caught on the mountain.
I've got very cold fingertips.
Guide Adrian Ballinger prepares the team to descend to base camp to wait for good weather to launch their summit bid.
Okay, so folks are getting close to ready to go. You're welcome to move after Sean gets on the ropes. Make sure you have your partner or someone else double check your harnesses, make sure they're correct. No f***ing up today. Oops, sorry, cameraman.
I just gotta pace myself, conserve my energy, not take off so fast. If I can do that, I'll be in good shape.
My helmet. Come get it. Nice, could be worse. It's not halfway down.
As the jet stream closes in, the team needs to get off the mountain fast. At Camp 2, Lance gets the news that his friend John Hansen is headed home to Wisconsin.
That's a bummer. I thought I heard that yesterday when I was up high, and I have to admit, brought a little bit of a tear to my eye.
Back at base camp, the weather map isn't good. The jet stream has the top of the mountain locked down. Until it clears again, attempts on the summit are impossible.
I think the 19th is the first real good summit day. 19th, 20th, 21st.
Russell picks the following Thursday as summit day. But with hundreds of other climbers looking at the same forecast, summit day is going to be crowded on Everest.
I'm very happy if I don't make the summit of Everest because I get ill or because I just can't hack it on the day. But to fail because a couple of morons are holding up the ropes on the Hillary step would be hard to take, I think.
4 days before summit day, it's time to start back up the mountain.
Here we are. We're off to climb Everest. It's a big undertaking. You can turn around now, or we got to go 110%. I'm comfortable that all of you are physically fit and strong. You can go to the summit. It's your game to sort out the mentality. Only you can do that in your mind. I can't get inside your body, your head. Only you. Good luck. Be safe. Let's go.
After 2 months of training and acclimatizing their bodies, Russell Bryce's team is leaving base camp to begin the toughest 5 days of their lives. The short weather window draws hundreds of climbers, turning one of the most challenging climbs on the planet into a mad scramble for the summit.
Ladders aren't just for painting anymore.
It takes 2 days for Lance, Billy, Chris, and Valerio to reach Camp 3. Halfway up the Lhotse face, the highest they reached while acclimatizing.
Welcome, Billy.
Now looking up, you see the people going up like ants from Camp 3 to Camp 4. It scares me, yeah.
There's only one rope to Camp 4, and it's jammed with climbers. It takes 6 hours, traversing legendary Everest landmarks, the Yellow Band and the Geneva Spur. Camp 4 in the South Col, at 26,000 feet, is the last stop on Everest. It's the highest and bleakest campsite in the world.
Tough day, but a good day.
written the word South Call so many times in my life. And now I'm here. Never thought I'd get that far.
It's a lot harder than I thought. And I was caught in this massive jam up the nearest spur, which meant that it's literally just like, 25 going up and then, 25 coming down from yesterday.
Camp 4 sits at the threshold of the death zone. Above this invisible line in the sky, no human can survive for long without bottled oxygen. Russell's team can rest for just 10 hours. To get ahead of the crowds tomorrow, they need to leave Camp 4 at 11 p.m. tonight. Summit Day on Everest covers some of the most notorious mountain geography in the world. First, the balcony at 27,500 feet. Then the Cornice Traverse, a narrow ledge with a sheer drop of more than a mile on both sides. The last obstacle is the Hillary Step, a 40-foot wall of rock and ice just a few hundred feet below the summit, and all of it's inside the death zone. From base camp, expedition leader Russell Bryce tracks each climber, following the team by radio and microwave links to Discovery's Sherpa cams. Adrian Ballinger and fellow guide Sean Hudson lead the way out of Camp 4.
Woo! There we go.
Each climber gets 2 cylinders of oxygen that last 10 hours apiece. More than enough for an 18-hour round trip.
And Lance and his shipper leading. You copy all it?
Yeah, Roger.
Russell enforces a strict deadline. Reach the Hillary Step by 9 a.m. or turn around. With more than 100 climbers struggling to reach the summit, it's too risky to stay up high any longer.
There's a line of probably, I'd say 25, 30 people, quite a ways up the hill.
Today is the busiest day of the year inside the death zone.
The balcony next port of call. That could be another between 4 and 6 hours.
Chris and Valerio reach the balcony in under 3 hours.
The balcony is where we do an oxygen cylinder changeover.
As the sun rises, Chris, Lance, and Valerio keep ahead of the crowds.
These guys are motoring along. They're still the way ahead of our schedule.
Chris Stovell, Russell's neighbor, is the first of the team to reach the Cornice Traverse, a narrow ledge barely wide enough for a pair of boots, with an 8,000-foot drop just inches away.
That feels cool up to ski. Beautiful. Yeah.
Then, the legendary Hillary Step, a 40-foot rock wall with a drop-off more than a mile down on both sides. Dozens of ropes from years past litter the rocks. At the top of the Hillary Step, one last slope leads to the summit. But behind Chris Stovell, the rest of the team grinds to a halt on the Cornice Traverse. There's gridlock ahead at the Hillary Step, with climbers waiting to go in both directions, up and down. At 28,750 feet, standing still is the worst thing a climber can do. Their bodies stay warm by moving. Stuck in line, they risk frostbite and hypothermia. But worse, they're using up their last bottle of oxygen. At the top of the Hillary Step, Chris Stovell and guide Adrian Ballinger have a clear run to the summit.
You just walk to the summit as if it's a walk in the park because the adrenaline just kicks in.
After 6 hours of climbing and years of dreaming, Christobel is the first of the team to stand on the summit of Everest.
It's nothing higher!
Nice job. Congratulations.
Yeah, well done, you guys. How's my neighbour there?
Look up at the camera. Oh, that's better.
Russell's head Sherpa Purbatashi makes his second summit of the season for a total of 16.
So, Purba, congratulations on your 16th.
Yeah, Bubba, 16.
But back at the Hillary Step, Lance and Valerio are still stuck in traffic, along with fellow climber Moises Falcon.
Oh, this John Black, Valerio. All together, over.
Okay, thanks. Roger, roger.
Going down is quicker, so Chris and Purba take their chance to descend.
Yeah, you go. Hey, Purba! Recognize you. Hey! Ha-ha! Way to go, man!
But the traffic jam is turning into a crisis. From his position at the top of the Hillary Step, Adrian takes charge of the ropes.
Okay, so we're gonna play team politics here. You guys need to get ready to go. There's a guy in red right now. And there's a guy in yellow. As soon as they're down, you guys are rolling. I'm gonna hold the strap. Good job. No one passes you. So, where does our team go back to? John, with your hand. Okay. Awesome! Okay, you guys. Work hard, move fast. Take no prisoners.
After 30 minutes of directing traffic, Adrian finally clears the gridlock, giving Lance, Valerio, and Moises their own shot at the Hillary Step.
I hope you have a traffic cop license for me. Over.
Yeah, after a little bit more training.
As most of Russell's climbers take on the Hillary Step, journalist Billy Bierling is still missing.
Dean, do you copy?
Billy and her guide Dean Staples were last seen at the balcony,
Yeah, we're...
but there's no signal from their camera or their radio.
Do you copy?
Gut, bevor mir an Wissen over Wasser mit.
Yeah, I can see. You didn't see Billy or Dean or anyone?
Not yet, because
Looks like Valerio and them are almost at the summit.
7:30 a.m. Valerio reaches the final slope in sight of his lifelong dream.
over 49 years.
Russell, this is Valerio. I'm on the summit. I'm feeling great.
Fantastic. Over.
Yeah, roger.
From the top of the Hillary Step, Wisconsin vet Lance Fox is next to climb the summit slope.
Sean is just ahead of me now. We're approaching the summit.
Okay, let us know when you're on top.
Thank you. Sean.
Top of the world, baby. Thrilled to be here. Thanks.
These are wonderful, you know. You can't get back to top. I know.
Well done to get to the top.
But the last climber on the team is a long way behind. Missing for 2 hours, Billy Bierling finally appears at the south summit.
Yeah, you coming?
Hi, Dino.
I've been trying to clear it out.
I'm just at South Summit waiting for Billy.
Yeah, Roger, let me know when she comes.
But it's already late to attempt the summit. She risks running out of oxygen on the way down. Russell's rule is simple. Climb the Hillary step by 9 a.m. or turn around. 40 vertical feet of rock, the Hillary step is the most difficult technical climbing on the entire route. As the 9 a.m. deadline passes, Billy is just halfway up the Hillary step, with a mild drop-off inches to her left. At 9:12, she reaches the top of the Hillary step, 12 minutes late. But it's close enough, even for Russell Bryce. In sight of the summit, she passes Lance Fox on his way down.
You there, baby. You there.
For years, mountaineering journalist Billy Bierling has been an expert on Mount Everest, except for the actual experience of standing on top. That all changes at 9:50 a.m.
And Billy also, well done.
Thank you so much for all your help. I never thought I'd make it.
Oh, well done, Billy. Hope you got the names of everyone that you passed this morning over.
Yes. Bloody hard work. But I'm here. Thank you so much, Russell.
Well done.
In 18 years of leading Everest expeditions, it's the biggest day ever for Russell Bryce. 26 climbers, guides, and Sherpas on the summit.
Yeah, well done, you guys.
The next day, Chris, Lance, Valerio, Moises, and Billy return together to base camp's traditional hero's welcome for summit teams.
To actually stand on the summit and feel that you're the tallest person in the world, the whole world, at that precise second. There is no one higher in the world. It's just a weird feeling.
Those moments on the summit, on the summit ridge, you know, treading in the footsteps of heroes of mine, being in places that I'd read about and seen and you know, for years, was just magical.
Top of the world, baby.